colleagues for taking the time to listen to me as I try to talk about some of the things that I think are important in this job or what I've accomplished. I was kind of perplexed about what to write about. Over the last 6 years, I have heard a number of speeches from members that focus on different things. Some focus on thanking the people who assisted them in this process. Speeches that offered advice to members that will remain and serve in the next session. And there have been speeches from members admonishing this body for its actions during their time here. And we have heard very emotional speeches that made our eyes tear. Then it finally came to me. I can talk about anything I want to, so I decided to mix it up. But then I thought about a letter I received from the floor leader's office informing me I only had 5 minutes to speak. I quickly realized that 5 minutes in the legislature is at least 15 minutes, so I have plenty of time. I would first like to thank the people who sent me here, the residents of District 8 and District 11. November 2008 changed my life and this country forever. For that was the year I was elected and this country elected its first Black president. I am elated that my name appeared on the ballot and I was elected at the same time we elected the first Black president of these United States. I sometimes joke about it, saying President Obama helped me get elected and I helped him. We both got people to the polls. In addition, I am also proud that my grandmother, who will be turning 90 years old this coming January, lived to be a part of this historic and life-changing experience. She could not have imagined this would happen in her lifetime, nor could I. Shortly after the election was certified and it was official, I asked a good friend of mine, Circuit Court Vonda Evans, if she would come to my grandmother's house and administer the oath of office to me in front of my family and friends, and she agreed. I also invited my pastor to come and pray for me as I entered into this new experience. That was a very happy and memorable day for my entire family and friends that I will never forget. Speaking of my family, this would not have been possible without the support of my family. I would like to thank my wife, Leslie, who not only walked and knocked doors with me every single day. She was my campaign manager, my treasurer, my bookkeeper, my finance manager, and an all-around superwoman through the election. I would have been lost without her. To my children, Devontae, David Jr., Jasmine, and my son Nigel, who was a campaign baby that came a few months later. Devontae and David Jr. were my secret weapon on election day. At that time, Devontae was 13 and David was 10. While working on the polls, when they encountered a voter coming to vote, they would smile and say to them, "Will you please vote for my daddy?" Who could say no to that? We won that election by 99 votes. Thank you, boys. I could not have done it without you. To my staff, Victoria Schulman and Isaac Robinson, thank you for your service to constituents of District 8. I would also like to thank my former staff members for their service to both the residents of District 8 and the former District 11. I could not have done anything worthwhile for our constituents without your help. Again, thank you. Similarly, if not for the help of a few people that I would like to show my appreciation to, my learning curve here would have been a lot steeper. To my friend Bert Johnson, thank you for helping me get settled into the job. I will never forget it, and you will be my friend for life. Woodrow Stanley and Harold Hall, thank you both for sharing your wisdom with me over the last 6 years. It always helps to have a couple of wise senior citizens around you. No, seriously, I am stronger and better because of both of you. I can't begin to tell you what I would have done without Tim Boland and the business office staff, Matt Thompson, Michelle Hildebrandt, Mark Meyer, and the whole entire staff on the 10th floor of the House office building. Thank you for your assistance you provided to me and my office. The crew in the information technology, floor on the information technology, are top notch. I want to give special thanks to Tona Bryant. She has always been there when I needed her. Thanks to the maintenance crew and the carpenters and the folks in the mailroom. Nate, you are the man. To the Democratic policy team, our legal team, our former counsel, Sheila Cummings, and our current, counsel, Patty. Thank you for the counsel that you have provided. I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to the Lobby Corps for what they do for this process. Clerks, Rich Brown and Gary Randall, thank you for your dedication to excellence. Regardless of who's in charge, the clerk's office never skips a beat. I must tell my former seatmates, Diane Slavings and Lisa Brown, thanks for always having a snack for me during those late sessions in our first term. This group of superstars deserve more than just a thank you. We could not feel or be any safer than we are now. Chief Dixon and the House Sergeants, you do a yeoman's job here on the floor and in the House office building to protect us from not only one another, but anyone that would want to bring harm. When I was attacked on the floor last session by a colleague, Chief Dixon did not let anything or anyone get in his way to come to my assistance. I know he would do the same for anybody in this room. I would like for us to take a moment and give the sergeants who keep us safe here in Lansing every day a heartwarming round of applause. If I miss thanking anybody, please charge it to the time I have to speak, not my heart. But in closing, I would like to share a few highlights or moments where I felt proud, happy, or it made me smile. After winning the election in 2008, I received a call from a reporter at the Gangwar News Service here in Lansing, who was doing a story about my race. The reporter asked me, what did I do to win this election? I replied, I had a no-lose policy. He chuckled. The next day, I received a call from someone here in Lansing telling me that my statement to the reporter was the quote of the day. The person went on to say that was the first time he could remember someone receiving the quote of the day before they got to Lansing. That made me smile. In my first term, I was chosen by then Speaker Dillon to escort then Governor Granholm into House Chamber to give the State of the State address. That made me happy. In my second term, I got a call from Speaker Bolger's office asking if I would allow one of my children to participate in the seat selection process. Of course, I said yes. My son David was one of two members' children who helped with the seat selection in the 96th legislative session. That made me proud. So for those who think the only way to leave this place feeling good about this experience is to have the gavel, think again. I'd like to thank Speaker Dillon and Speaker Bolger for giving me a reason to feel proud, happy, and smile about this awesome experience. And may God bless each and every one of you for the rest of your days here on earth. Thank you very much.